Hello, hello, friends. Welcome to Tuesday. It is time for some paper crafting. We are doing a paper crafting event inside the Crafty Bunch and inside Paper Bling and all the things. So I always like to print this out so you guys can see exactly what and who and where this is all happening. So if you haven't seen this is posted on my page. So if there's lots of creators today sharing paper crafting. It is crafter's choice, so we get to do whatever we want. So it'll be a huge variety of paper crafts. And if you've been hanging out with us this morning, there has been a good variety already. Well, it started at 12 noon. But anyway, we still have quite a few creators left to share with you today, and I'll be letting you know who's after me toward the end of my time with you. We are each live for 45 minutes, creating and then sharing our whatever we came up with to share with you to hopefully inspire you and get you going with your creativity. It's Tuesday. Welcome to the Comfy Nest. I am Grace. I'm going to be doing some paper scraps. We're going to use some paper scraps to create mini note cards. I send these off to crafty chicks who order from my site as a like a little insert, a little drop in, a little thank you for ordering from me. So that's what I'm doing now. And then we have some other creatives after me. So I'm going to put this aside. I'll remind you of that again later, where you can find all of the action today, both the two free groups, the Crafty Bunch and Paper Bling and all the things. Those are the two groups that you'll want to go if you don't want to miss any of the action. Anyway, thanks for being here. Hello, Linda. Welcome, friend. And there's my friend Debbie. Thanks for being here, ladies. Do me a favor and share this out. We loved to have your help with sharing this out there. So we can meet new people. Now, this little guy, we just made him inside the Craft Therapy Club, my private crafting group this morning. I go live with them every Tuesday morning, and this is this is what I came up with this morning. Isn't it cute? So darling. Well, anyway, he was sitting there, so I thought I'd just leave him on the desk as a cute little sponsor for today, I guess. He's just so cute. Oh, thank you, Roberta. Country Chic Boutique. Thank you so much for sharing me over into the groups. I appreciate the help. Hey, Gia. Howdy, friend. Welcome, ladies. So we got some paper scraps. I mean, I'm talking literally. This is the remnant of a paper bag. I am literally talking paper scraps. If you're like me, you may not throw this stuff away. I mean, I keep it because it can be put to use. And so I'm going to show you how you can use these little itty bitties and not throw them out. So paper scraps, these are all regular weight paper or thinner. Okay, we do have, like, this is a remnant of a piece of rice paper that's left over. So these are thinner papers, and these paper scraps are cardstock. I mean, you can always hear it. Cardstock. Okay, so for making these mini cards, you're going to need cardstock for your base. Any kind will do. Thin pieces of paper for decorating, any kind will do. You see, I even have remnants of book pages. I have a little bit of fabric here. Okay, so paper scraps, fabric scraps, friends, don't throw them out. We can make pretty things with them. And then we will be layering some other things on there. After we get the bases done, we will layer maybe some phrases. I've got some phrases printed out and some focal points. So I have some stickers. I have some of the Tim Holtz people sitting around. These are not Tim Holtz, I don't think anyway, but my sister sent me these. And they just give us some really cool focal points, stars of the show, as I call them. So we'll use those later. We got to get the bases made. So that's where we're going to start. Hello, Annette. Oh, we have 1 hour. Okay, goodness, Roberta, thank you for telling me. I thought we were 45 minutes. We have 1 hour to create together. Even better, because we'll get more done. We'll get more done. Okay, first thing we need to do is create the base of these. I'm going to scooch my little snowman over, and I'm actually going to back you up so you can see a little more of my table there. So, like I said, we have here, these are cardstock scraps, cuts that were left over from other projects. None of them match. Some of them aren't even complete. These are some tags that I had printed and never used. All of this, you see what I got? This was a printing job gone wrong. Do you see what my printer did there? It added those stripes I did not want. It's a print job gone wrong. Don't throw them out, girls. We're going to make pretty things out of them. So some of these aren't even shaped. you know, that's all crooked and wonky, and it's got this here. I don't want that. So we've got to work with these to make the base of the note card. So let's do that. I'm making mini note cards. I have straight edges on all of this, but I'm going to cut this down. The size doesn't even really matter as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I could make sure that I have two equally cut sides, but I really don't even worry about things because they're each going to be their own individual note card, mini note cards. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I use these as inserts. We're going to decorate this as a mini note card. You could even make them into mini junk journals for using inside your junk journal, your tuck spots and all that jazz. So right now, my main objective is to create mini note cards, and you're going to see they're all going to be different sizes, right? Like this one, we could even leave that. It's got the tag shape. We can even leave that. We don't even need to, we don't have to get all fussy is my point. We don't have to get all fussy. We're just going to create with what we got. Now, this one, lots of color on this side, just a little tiny white border there. This one has a bigger white border, but it's okay. We can make that work. Both of these edges are torn, so let's meet those two edges up. And I could see this one becoming a flip that goes this way, but we'll see. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right now, it's just about creating the note card shapes. The base, the covers for these note cards. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. I'm going to get a little drink of water here. Hey, tomorrow. Hello again, friend. I was showing the girls my little snowman. Did you see the women who use scraps to make hole reinforcers using a small hole punch and a hand hole punch? Nope, I have, Linda. I have one of those hole reinforcer punches. So I could definitely do it. I did not see that, but I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find my little, I found this at the thrift store, and this is one of those punchers that makes those holes. That's a great way to use your scraps too. Yeah, let's all shout them out in the comments. Linda started by telling me that suggestion, but I'm trying to get that to show up on the comments. It's not showing. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Annette Wilson. I don't know why it's not. Let me test this one. Oh, it's showing Teresa. She'll give me a high five or a hello. Hello, Teresa. Diane Ham, I have not seen you in a while, my friend. How you doing, girl? My Cape Cod friend. You're in Arizona. Wow. Wow, good for you. I bet the weather's nice. I bet it's nice this time of year. Hey, Debbie, is it still hot? Diane, is it still hot there in Arizona? Did you move? Like, are you a snowbird, or did you completely up and move? I mean, there's no right or wrong there. I'm just curious. Okay, this one, when I include, this is a remnant. This is a scrap of something. When I include these note cards in the orders that people place at my website, which is thecompinesswithgrace.com, they are not this big. I do not include ones that are that big. So let's cut this in half, and I'll get 2 note cards out of it. And you notice I did not measure. It doesn't have to be exactly in half, just not that big. I like to include these. And then I don't normally write in them because I write on the packing slip a thank you note, and then this little card that I give to them in the order is meant to be something that they can either re-gift to somebody else, like if they're giving somebody a gift for, you know, a birthday or something, like a bottle of wine, they could punch a hole and attach it to a bottle of wine, or a little housewarming gift, or, you know, you're dropping off a few muffins at a friend's house. You could use that little gift card, that little note card, to write a simple little note. Now, this one has that white border. I'm going to get rid of it. I don't always, but sometimes I get rid of it. So now I have double-sided, pretty purple. Let's do this one on the outside. And of course, you can have these either open the traditional way or open like a top flap, however you decide. Now, this one is super pretty paper. Look at that. And it's just a piece that was left over. I don't necessarily want to lose that crown. What happens if I fold it in half and go this way? That would be a cute cover, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. What's everybody up to? What are you up to today? What are you creating? More of my crafty chicks. What are you creating today? Now this one I think is too, I'm going to put that one aside. I think it's too skinny. This is awfully pretty. It's double-sided. That would work. As this would be like, for me, this would be a larger version of this, but for me, because I usually include little ones. This and this is the same, so I'm going to fold this one the other way so we get the other pattern on the outside. I don't know why, just for variety. Just for variety's sake. So I haven't had to cut a whole lot of them. This one's double-sided as well. Super pretty. This size actually could make a great little gift card holder too. You know, you create a little pocket here and put your gift card and then write your note right there. Just throwing the ideas around. So you guys tell me in the comments. Look at this one is foiled. This one is going to be a little bit too narrow like this. So I'm going to save that for something else. We'll just put it aside. I went through my paper scraps binder bin and just grabbed cardstock. Like I was indiscriminate. I just was grabbing cardstock that seemed like it could work. So here I'm getting 2 out of that one piece. This, I think I was making this into some sort of envelope. And actually, I think I'm going to keep this the shape that it is. Use that in a junk journal at some point. So not everything gets used, but most of it will get used. All right, let's keep this one big. I don't normally do big ones, but let's keep this one big. Because if you got big characters, you're going to need a bigger card, right? My sister sent me these. Some of them are really large. And I've been using them. I've been gifting them away. All right. Well, you get the drift. Okay, that part's done. Let's put this aside. I don't think I'll need it again. Oh, I gotta get it closed. I gotta get it closed, girls. Hey, Wendy, how are you? How are you, friend? Teresa's gonna work on snippet rolls. Awesome. Annette, what are you up to today? I see you. Hello, friend. So I am broadcasting both on YouTube and on Facebook. And let's see, is there anybody here from YouTube? I see all Facebook friends. Oh, yes, Janet. Janet Veland. Hey, hey. You see the little red YouTube symbol next to her, the J? That means she's coming in from YouTube. So hello, YouTube, as well as Facebook, the Crafty Bunch, and Paper Bling and all the things. We're trying to reach everybody. All right, now I have all these card bases. It's a lot. The next step for this is to layer. We're going to layer. And actually, I think I'm going to break these down into the bigger ones and the smaller ones. Bigger ones, smaller ones, because the focal points, right? The focal points that I can fit on the bigger ones are going to be different than what I can fit on something that's very small. All right, so let's just do the small ones for now. Or actually, let's do the big ones for now. Because if I end up using these to layer, I may tear them, and then the smaller bits that are left will be appropriate for the smaller, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, I'm going to move this pile so it's easy for me as a righty to reach it. And then let's lay out. I decorate the fronts. I do not decorate the insides. I leave the insides blank so that I can write in them. But I decorate the fronts. So what I'll do, we're going to kind of mass make here. We're going to lay them out. And whichever direction, like, so this one will be a top flap because we have that crown, and I don't, oops, sorry, you can't see that. I don't want the crown to get lost. We better get them in frame though, right? If I go a little bit this way, maybe that's the way to do it. Since we're long and skinny camera angle here, let's go long and skinny. Look at that. Now you can see better. Okay. There. This one's out of the frame, but I'll get it in frame when I work on it. Okay, there we go. Baton Rouge. Hello, Miss Kathy. She's in Baton Rouge watching. Well, welcome, welcome. I see your sand dollar. That's really cool. Okay. I really like to layer. I don't think that this matches with any of these, so it's just going to go to the bottom of the pile. It's not really the vibe that we're going for. Brown paper, your brown paper bags that you get from, when you go buy a muffin at the bakery, don't throw them out, friends. rip them up and use them up. We can definitely use this. We're going to do some layering. See, now that is a smaller bit. It's going to be more appropriate for the smaller cards. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to make piles and we'll mass make. So now it's indiscriminate. I'm not worrying about being matchy-matchy. I'm just trying to find papers that I can use. Now that is so pretty. I'm trying to find papers that I can use on these and layer them to make pretty backgrounds. Now I feel like that should be going this way. Let's go there with that, because I think the positioning of those flowers is supposed to go that direction. A lot of my papers, it doesn't really matter. Like I have this little bit, and I just start randomly placing things to make a pretty layered collaged background. I have this, which is like, I think from an ephemera pack. It looks like a book page, and it's almost in its entirety. If I put it on here, it'll really tone down those flowers. Remember, this is double-sided. It's slightly wider though. Do I want to rip it? I could. I got the whole bird cage in there. I could use this here. It's really going to tone down the busyness of those florals by putting that one on there. And let's use this one right here because it kind of matches. That little bit will go in the small pile. So I talk you through kind of what I'm thinking as I'm doing this, as a way to show you that don't overthink it. Oh my gosh, they are almost the same size. Not quite. Just about the same size. How wild is that? Let's rip off just a little. And then we're covering most of that with another pretty. This one's awfully pretty. Little bit. Maybe I could put it there. It's kind of the same color scheme. See what I got going on? And don't forget, we have some fabric bits over here that we could also layer. It adds some dimension. So this one with the brown paper, it's really plain, right? Let's fancy it up a little. Let's add a little piece of fabric. Now I haven't glued anything down because I am super visual, and I like, before I glue anything down, I like to kind of gather up all the things just to see, you know, how do I want to layer these? Like what kind of vibe am I going for here? Now I don't like this being so super square, so I'm going to cut it down. Kind of like that. This one I haven't done anything to yet, but that's okay. Hey Carrie, how are you, friend? My son-in-law was flown to a major hospital after coming off of his motorcycle. What, did he have an accident? Wait a minute, Annette, that's terrible. Let me read this again. Okay, she's waiting to hear how her twin grandsons and mom are doing. A dramatic. So have the babies been born? Annette, girlfriend, you're killing me here with these fragmented. I know we try to type so fast. Say some more. Were the babies born? Are they here? It's so exciting. But in other news, my son-in-law was flown to a major hospital after coming off his motorcycle. Well, are they at the same hospital? Girl, you have so much going on, my friend. Everybody offer some prayers up for Annette's family. We got twin babies being born, and we got someone with a motorcycle accident. So is the son-in-law the father of the twins? Is this the same man who is the father of the twins that got in the accident? Wow. Annette, friend, I'm so sorry you're dealing with all that. I mean, talk about a little stress in your life. Jeez. This is a lot. You're dealing with a lot. There's no doubt. Oh, gosh, you've been waiting for those babies to come. And then it's also, you got this accident that you're dealing with. That's terrible. You must just be wringing your hands at home. I would be, I think, like waiting for news and all that jazz. Yes, Teresa, you're so sweet. Everybody offer a couple little prayers up for Annette and family. She's got a lot going on. I mean, I know many of you do. I know that many of you do, but since she's sharing, let's offer a little bit of prayer up. Okay, this one is rather you know, it's rather decorated on its own. And honestly, I may just, instead on this one doing anything on the outside, I may just come on the inside and add something so I don't have to muck up that pretty, you know, the whole cover is very pretty in that instance. So what if I took some of that brown paper on this one? Here's, I've got some painted papers that I painted. And what if we did something on the inside here? Not where I would write, maybe up here. I could do something decorative. I will. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to find something to glue in there. Some painted paper. It's artistic. It's decorative. It's random, but random doesn't mean bad, right? Random can be glorious. In fact, to me, random is more glorious and more interesting. For that one, it has like that crown on the front. I'm just going to peek in this sticker book real quick and see if I can find a sticker that would make sense with that. It's a very strange book. It has some very strange things in it, but they could also, might be able to find something pretty cool. No different hospital. No, my daughter's partner, my son's and his wife had the baby. Okay, so it's your daughter's, my son and his wife had the baby, and it's your daughter's husband that got in the accident. Got it. Okay, got it. All right, that is strange, right? But it has some blues in it. This might be really cool. It looks very stately since we have a crown on the front. Let's do this. Fun. I think this needs a little extra help with some glue. There. And then I'm going to take some of our phrases. Let's see if we can find a little glory. Choices, help, keep going, attention, future, family, desire, goals, knowledge, sunshine, pleasure, hope. Oh, some actual phrases. Give happiness to people. I like that one. Let's grab it. It's kind of got the same colors on it. We're going to put this in here. I'm going to cut it out. And that one will be completely done. But you see what I'm doing? We're taking scraps. Not every single one of them is going to get a scrap of paper and of fabric, but you can use both. Heck, you could use ribbon. You can have scraps of lace, scraps of cotton. Use anything. You know, the tea bags that you've been collecting, the coffee filters that you've been collecting to use. Use them all. They can all get used on a project like this. And you gather them all up and then you smash them together in these note cards, these scraps of cardstock that you have laying around. And we're making cute little note cards to include in gift baskets, housewarming gifts. You can punch a hole and put them on a gift bag. So this one was already decorated out here. I'm going to leave that just the way it is. And then this is what they'll open it up to. And then there'll be a handwritten note by me there. So that one is completely done. That's what we're going for. Little tiny note cards. And I just start smashing things together. Smashing isn't a great word, I know. But it's just to try to relay to you that it is not formal. It doesn't have to be any pressure. We're smashing it together, meaning don't think about it too much. Don't stress about it too much. These are a great thing to do while you're watching some TV, watching those Hallmark movies with a cup of coffee. Put them together, and then it's just, you don't have to think too much about them. Now, this one needs a focal point, but I'm happy with that the way it is. These have some fabric. I'm just going to start gluing these pieces down, as you can see. I'm going to put this one aside. We need a focal for that, but I'm just going to put it aside for a minute. Gosh, this room got hot all of a sudden. Thanks, Kim. I'm so glad you like this idea. I hope it inspires you to use up some of your scraps. It's a great, first of all, tired crafting. That is what I call, you know, when you're too tired to do any major like project start to finish, especially something that's very involved, when you're too tired for that, but you want to do something crafty, but you don't know what, this is a great tired crafting activity. Just what I said, tired crafting. You're just like, you're too tired to do much, but you're going to want to do something. Let me see. I have that little, let me see if this is going to work today. I'm not a huge fan of this thing, but I have it and it's full of glue. So let's see if we can get it to work. I have not been a fan of it, to be truthful. But I'm trying to use up the glue. I have like this huge collection of glues, and I'm trying to use them all up so I can get rid of and just be down to like the 2 or 3 glues that I love the most for different applications. Okay, there's that. That's going to be ready for a focal point. So I'm using glue stick, very inexpensive, right, on the papers, paper to paper. But then if I have to do the fabric, if I'm going to add a bit of fabric or lace or something textile, I feel like I should be using a thicker, a stronger glue. It's just fun. These are just fun to put together, and they're so fast, quick and easy. They're quick and easy projects. These are not meant to be brain busters. They're smashed together, meaning don't overthink it. Just put your fuzzy socks on, get a cup of tea, sit in front of a good Hallmark movie with some scraps of cardstock, scraps of fabric, scraps of paper. You could even do this part of it and then later on go ahead and add your focal points. You know, you could do it when you're doing mass make. Do the first part while you're watching TV. And then when you get to your craft room, and you have a little more energy and you want to do some thinking about, you know, maybe you have some holidays coming up or celebrations coming up for people that you're going to be giving them gifts and you want to make cards specifically for something, then you can put a little thought into what the phrase will be or what you're going to put on there. Now, I'm not so sure. I had this here, but now I'm not so sure I want to use it. The other day, there we go. I'm so sorry. Kind of like slow stitching. Yes, Linda. Yes. I love doing this on a tired eye. I just can't get the creative juices flowing. Yes, Kimberly, that's a good way to put it. I am a huge advocate for tired crafting, meaning because listen, crafting is my therapy. That's why I call my private membership group the Craft Therapy Club. So when I want to create and yet I'm too tired to do anything that's going to require much thinking, this is really thin fabric. So I know that this glue stick is going to hold it. It's muslin. It's super thin. Almost like a cheesecloth. So it's going to hold it down just fine. When I'm too tired to do much, I'm consistently sharing with the girls, like, here's another tired crafting idea for you. If you just don't have the energy to do much, but you want to be creative because you need some craft time, which is our therapy time, our creative time. You need the outlet to create, but you don't want to do a full-blown project that you have to do a lot of thinking or gathering up a lot of supplies or coming up with an idea. I have a list of tired crafting projects that you can do that I've shared because I'm a huge advocate for it. I love the way this looked on there because it's sheer and it adds some frillies and texture, textile. It softens it a little bit, but it's see-through, so it's not competing much. I think I'm going to make a tall skinny. So I'm going to cut this in half this way or rip it. Even better. And then we're going to glue this down to give a little bit of texture and frilly to this. I know I use such technical terms when I create. If you're new here, I hope you get used to my language. I'm very informal in the way I refer to things because it's about having fun. It's not about being all formal and fussy. We don't have to get all fussy about all this stuff. Okay, this fits pretty good on here. Let's smash it down. I'm going to crinkle it up a little more. You need some craft therapy to do? Annette, I know it sounds like you have so much going on. Friend, do you have some scraps you can pull out to create some note cards? We are doing a swap inside the Craft Therapy Club this month as part of our Creative Bingo Challenge. So those of you who are Craft Therapy Club members, you might want to make a few note cards to include with your swaps. And we are, like I said, we are doing one. Oh, this is like the end of this glue stick, so it's getting wonky in there. Okay, I would like something a little more colorful on there. I don't mind that at all, except I don't like this square top. So let's do that. That's interesting. Oh, this is going to come apart here in a second, the glue stick. I could just tell. Yeah, there it is. It's wanting to come up and out. I'm going to try to get as much use out of that as possible. Of course, true to Gracie form. Okay, now, hold tight. This won't go down. It won't, like, it's just popping out of there because it's almost done. Let me cover this one up again, because now what we'll put down is either going to be a sticker or it's going to be paper. So I know I can use that glue stick. Okay, now I have all of these ready to go. So that's what I was saying. Even if you didn't get to the point where you put a focal point on it, these are great little note cards as they are. But you can take it one step further and use the focal points, right? So let's create or find some focal points for these. All right. Oh, there's my little snowman hanging out over there. Is he just cute? He's like a little mascot today. Okay, let's see. Now, I grabbed some, I just had some printables hanging out from kits that I've purchased in the past. So these ones are kind of wintry, Christmassy. And there is some pink in these. So like that might fit on there really good. I'm going to try to use my pinking shears on this because it has a stamp design to it. Do you see it's supposed to be a stamp edge? So let's do this. I'm going to cut it out with my straight edge with the white. And let me see if I can use the pinking shears on the tan part, because I'm not going to fussy cut all of that. And I don't want the white showing. So let's try that. Perfect. And then when I put it on there, it's just going to show the tan. Whoa, we don't want any of the white showing. My husband came home for lunch and he's got the TV so loud. He is in town today. And he gave the fellas, well, the ladies in the office too, gave them time and said, today, go vote. We're not working. You know, the priority is to go vote. And then if you're going to come into work after that. So he's given everybody some time to go vote, which is nice, right? Okay, I'm going to put this up high. It's cute, right? It's like, she's like, dun, 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 there's the cake. Look at all the kids down below. I want cake. I want cake. It's cute. It looks like maybe it's like a birthday cake. I don't know. Let's look here. The secret of happiness is cake. That's what that made me think right there. Singing in the rain, lovely moment, love, grace, and gratitude. Happiness is the way, the meaning of life. So if you have, you could stamp happy birthday on there if you had a birthday coming up, for example, and that could be your little birthday card. Let us pick something. I like these ones that have the background that's colored. Let's go cheerful and happy. Let's put that on the front. So I'm going to cut this out, stick it on there. Such a simple process, you guys. Not a lot of pressure here. Not a lot required of you other than gathering up your scraps. Particularly if you do it in 2 sessions where you do the bases first and then later you add the phrases and the focal points. I'm showing you both because, I want you to walk away with exactly what I'm talking about when I say make little note cards out of your scraps. But if you're too tired to get to this point, you could just do this while you're watching TV. And then later on when you come into your craft space or get to your craft table, you can add the other parts. I think for this one, I would really like a little bit of that fabric poking out. Oh, the TV is loud. He's listening to. All right, there. I think I want, bam. I think I want it like that. So let's just, I like it where it is. So let's just smash it. Like I said, we're smashing it down. That's that really thin. I don't know what it's called, girls. I may be using the wrong term. I think it's muslin, but I don't mind being corrected. I don't mind. All right. I need a thicker because it's got to get through the fabric. I really just don't like monkeying with this. I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Do I have anything left in here? It feels like I do. Might be clogged as usual. As usual. Hey, Kathy. How are you, friend? Hey, Trisha's Pretty Papers. Welcome. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. Hey, Carol. I see you, friend. Do you like what I say, a tish? I use that word. I learned, like I told you a long time ago, Kim, but it was the lady that I took the quilting class from about 20 years ago. She used to say it all the time. Just a tish. So I picked it up from her. She obviously had a big impact on me. All right. Here we go. Now the glue's flowing. Oh, geesh, that's cute. I'm going to move it up a little bit more, actually. Oh, geesh. Oh, geesh, that's so cute, right? It's just scraps, girls. I'm in scrappy heaven right now. Nothing makes me happier than using up some scraps. I need a little more glue here. Wow, it's oozing out. You're being a brat. Ugh. If I put it upright, there's just so little glue in this that I've been storing it upside down. If I go like this, it's going to take forever for it to come back when I need it. So I have to have it like that, but then it's oozing out. Ugh. Glue is like sometimes my stress in my craft room. I love this one so much. I love it. All right, I'm going to add it to the pile of the completed ones. We'll look at them later, but let's keep finding some focal points. All right, let's see if I can find a focal point. I have my sticker book, and I have this thing, Believe in the Magic. That kind of matches. These ones with the blues. I like the deer, too. Oh, I like this deer. All right, let's go with this guy. I'm going to cut it with the white. So I can use the pinking shears for these stamps to get as much of that white off as possible. To do that, I want to get the scraps off camera, off to the side so they're not on my table. So it's surrounded by a little bit of fabric, a little bit of florals, a little bit of sandy brown. Really cute right there. If I put it up a little bit higher, I can get one of those phrases on there too. All right, let's not waste the glue. I can't do it, girls. I got to try to salvage it. It's just not in the fiber of my being. All right, let's see. Now we're in my phrases. You are my sunshine, over the moon, on cloud 9. The meaning of life, sweet moment. I like sweet moment. Let's use that one, because that's a sweet little deer. This morning, my sister called me, you guys. She's like, did you get the package I sent you? I'm like, no. Did you? She said, yesterday it told, tracking told me it was delivered yesterday. I'm like, wow, I haven't. She said at 6 p.m. I said, well, usually they deliver by 4 at the latest. So I was not looking for mail at 6 p.m. I said, let me go outside and see. So I go outside and I put my shoes on to go check. And as soon as I opened the garage door to go outside, there was a deer standing like right outside my garage door. So it like leapt into like action and to get away from me. And I was like, oh my gosh, it scared me. It scared me so much because they're so big when you're close to them. But there were like 3 or 4 deer in front of my house this morning just hanging out. Oh, hi deer. Hello deer. Sweet moment. Cute, cute. All right, got the next one. This book has some really funky things in it, but it has some really cool things. So let's look in here and see if I can find oh boy, no, I don't like that page. That's not my vibe. Oh, they're cute. Oh, I got some dancing girls. I got a kitty cat. Would these girls fit on here? They would just fit. Let's see. Oh, baby, they just fit. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, baby, look at that. OMG. I'm not even going to put a word on there. I'm just going to put them on there. I'm using up that glue because I'm a frugal fanny. Adding a little bit more, making sure to hit those edges. And then bam, that one's done. Oh, they're so cute. The colors, I mean, don't they match just perfect? I do too. Hey there, Nicole. There's Nicole from Adorea Creations. She's one of our Crafty Chicks, one of our Crafty Chick alums. She was in my membership group for quite a long time before she branched off on her own, and now she has her own page, her own free group that you can join. Oh, where is she? I gotta get her up on my account. There she is. So you guys find her in the comments, Adorea Creations, and go ahead and follow. Like and follow my good friend. Hey, Linda. How about BFF for this one? Yeah, you could put BFF in the corner. That's a good idea. You love the deer. Isn't it cute? Kathy, they're so sweet, these little note cards. Look at what's happening here. What's happening? I want you to behave yourself. I'm really loving this bluish paper with the florals. Let's see if we can find something to go on there. We got birds. We got butterflies. This is just fun and easy. Mushrooms, shells, sea anemones, sea creatures. Oh, a snake. I do not like snakes. I do not like it. I do not like. But this book has some really cool and unusual things. There's an owl. There's two owls. There's some florals. Okay, let's see. It's got to be small enough. I like the balloon, but that's too big for this one. All right. I'm not seeing anything else jumping out at me for this one. I'm going to do a quicker flip through. Oh, we got letters in the back, right? So if it was somebody's birthday, you know, Rachel, you could put a big R on the front. That would be kind of cool. These are neat letters. Speaking of it, N for neat, L for Landon. We could just go through the whole alphabet. Oh, goodness. C for Carol. B for BFF. Excuse me. It took me a minute to get that out. A hedgehog. Like, when have you seen a hedgehog? Man, she's cool. She's too, well, she would just fit on there. Let's see. I'm just testing. I don't know. Sometimes I do this. I'm super visual. So sometimes I have to pull it out. She's too big. She's just slightly too big. Unless I went this way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Here she goes. She's doing it. She's doing it. She's the star of the show. Look at her. She's like in her glory in that blue dress. I mean, come on. She's got blue dress and red shoes. This girl got some gusto when she dresses like that. Look at that outfit. Where do you think you're going, girlfriend? Oh, man. I'm not so sure now. Do I do it? I don't like how this thing is showing between her legs. I don't like that. Wait. What do I have left? I have this one and this one left. Oh, she's going on here. She's better on here. Because I didn't like the way that thing was landing between her legs. It looked a little strange. So let's do this. Sticking her down there. Good. And her dress is coming off just a tish right there. So I'm just going to clip. Oops, like that. Oh my gosh, that's cool. No room for a word here. You could always put something on the inside, like if you wanted to put take it in or happy time. One of these ones on the bottom. Like, yeah, go ahead, take that all in. What do they say? I have like a phrase on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. So I'll just forget it. I'm just going to put this on the inside because it's funny to me. Take it in. Take it all in. Like that. It matches. Totally matches. Okay, that one's done. Got two more. This one is a big one. This one is a big one for covering it up, right? See what we can find. Is anybody else creating today? Hedgehogs seem to be getting popular lately. Should we use the hedgehog? Would he fit on here? Let's see what he'd look like. Sometimes I pull it off and then I end up not using it and I just put it back in the sticker book. I'm not sure about this one. If I went down here, I would cover up all of that, but then I'd have room for a phrase up there. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not feeling the hedgehog right now, girls. This hedgehog is going back. let's look at my stamps again. And I haven't even pulled out the Tim Holtz people. They always work, but if I have something, I like this guy right here. Let's just see if he would kind of work. And then I'd have room for a phrase underneath him. I'm going to have these little bits of jaggedy paper all over my room. I know. I'll be finding them for a month. Okay, yeah. I like it. And actually, I'm going to put him here, and then we will have room for a phrase here. Oh, do I want to go over? This might call for a little fabric intervention because I can't quite decide. I need something to bridge the gap. That would work. Okay, if I did that, but it's too long. So we're gonna just kind of cut it at diagonal so it doesn't look too contrived, too forced. A little bit of glue. Whoop, whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie doodles. I'm gonna stick that right in the center there. And then this dude, he's gonna live right here. Oh, right there. I think, yeah, let's do it, Grace. Don't overthink it. I'm going to take my own advice. Not overthink this too much. Like that. Oh, I need to budge him a little bit to the right. I'm going to drop you guys down just a tish. If I'm working on one at a time, you could be a little lower. Hey, Mary. How are you, friend? Hey, Ginny. Hello again. The little postage stamps. Yeah, I got these. I've had these for a long while, so I can't even tell you where I got them from. Winter, like this really matches that. Winter, smile, blessed, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That would fit right in there. I'm not sure that I would like the two pieces of paper next to each other though. I like the winter and I like the frost. Let's see about this one. No, I change your mind. Sometimes I cut things out and I'm like, nope, not feeling it right now. No, I don't know. I don't like it. No, I don't know. I don't like it. Nope. It's not going to do it for me. Something a little longer, but not the same size as that. And that's the problem with the Merry Christmas and the Happy New Year is about the same size as that. So that's not going to work either. It will seem too contrived. So, I could go to these and get a longer one and cut it. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's find one. Living in freedom and liberty. I don't know why. It's longer. Deers, they live. Deers, is deers a word with an S, or do you just say is deer the deer? So plural is deer. But possessive would be deers with an S on the end, yes? Oh Lord, we're having an English lesson now. She's crazy. Okay, obviously that's not going to fit on there. But if I said living in, and then I cut it, and I do it in bits, living in freedom. Oh, they're going to be hard to see because they're so little. Not hard to see on the brown background, but it is harder to see on that blue background. So we can solve that if we wanted to. Living in freedom and liberty. That's not going to work. So I could cover that up. How badly do I like this phrase is the question. First of all, get rid of all this so that it's not in my way anymore. If I covered this section up with another piece of paper, it's just scraps. So we don't have to get to, this is the piece that was collecting my glue. it's just scrap. So we don't have to get too worked up like, oh no, you're covering up what you just did. So what? They all would have gotten thrown out anyway. So if I did that, just adding to our layered goodness, now we'll be able to see these phrases. Thinking outside the box here, girls. I didn't add enough glue right there. I can just tell. I can just tell. And I'm going to make them purposefully wonky. So like one's going to go one way, the other one, they're just going to be going in wonky ways. Again, with the formal words. How are we doing on time? I haven't checked recently. Let me get this Liberty on here and then I'm going to check. I think we're fine. We have a full, oh, do you see what's happening? I got to throw this thing out. I think it's sufficiently used up. Now I'm torturing myself trying to use it. Okay, this is going in the garbage. I salvaged that by just adding that little bit of brown paper. Hey, Mary, I see you. What are we doing on time here? I started at 1. We got 10 minutes left. Wow, we got a lot done though. I still have 10 minutes left. I'm going to finish this last one. I'll show you all the big ones and then we can move. Now this one is tall. I don't usually do them this big. Well, first of all, if I wanted to write on the inside, since it's all colored, I would have to write in a really dark marker or something, or add some paper that is going to allow for writing on the inside. So like I could add some paper in there. Line paper, blank paper, whatever kind of paper you think you have. I kind of like using my scraps up. Like something that's lighter. It's got to be something that you can write on. I think I'm going to leave it for now, although, you know what, I could grab some, I have tons and tons of coffee stain paper, so let me just see about that. I also have tons of just colored paper that's from packaging, like this is packing material that came in some boxes that I got. Here's more packing material. I could glue that down. Well, you get the point. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's do the outside. You may have to, if you're using a double-sided paper, the nice part is it's decorative, right? It's pretty on the inside. But if then you want to write on here, either use a really dark black marker so they can see the writing, or cover that with another scrap of paper. Let's worry about this right now. This is the biggest thing I have in this pack, but I think it's definitely too wide, and I don't like him for all that pink and pretty with the little bird cage and all that. Let's flip through here quick. Do we have any birdies in here that would do the trick? There's a koala of all things. A butterfly. Don't like the skeletons. I mean, that would have been fine for Halloween, but... Okay, I'm going to go grab my Tim Holtz. I'm going to grab some bigger Tim Holtz people. I'm still here. I'm just right across the room. Maybe what I need... I haven't really used a whole lot of these. These, I did not realize when I bought them that they're chipboards. They're thick cardboard. They're not just die cuts. They're thick cardboard. Super thick. But some of them are bigger. So I need something tall that's going to stand out. So, okay, so I pulled her out. She's really cute, but she gets lost on that page, I think, because she's so bright and the background is bright. As opposed to, if I put him on here, he really shows up because he's so dark. So I'm coming back in here to look for one of these peoples who have a dark clothing or a dark background. The men's suits show up really well. You hear how thick these are? Oh, there's a married couple. I wish they were taller. Look at how cute they are. Yeah, it's the men. It's the men in their dark suits that show up really well. I'm going to go to, he shows up great, but I don't want him on a pink. I don't think I want him on a pink background. He's stinking cute, though. Aren't they all? I know, Kathy. I think so, too. I agree with you, friend. You went to vote. Everybody give some applause emojis. Applause emojis for Miss Bev. Applause emojis. Do not apologize for that, friend. I am so happy you went to vote. I love it. I love to hear that. It makes me so happy. We could actually do applause emoji for anybody who's already gotten their little civic duty done. Way to go, Bev. Yes, ma'am. That makes me happy. Okay, these ones are dark, you can see, but look we got some triples. They're too big to fit on there, but let's see if I can find something. This is the first time I'm trying to find Tim Holtz people to put on here. I will show you. I got 5 minutes left, so we have time. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. The dresses. Uh-oh, his head is stuck. Oh, look at how big. His head is like, get out of there. OMG, are they not the cutest? Okay, they fit great on there, size-wise. I'm just going to do a quick flip through kids. Girls. Girls, you're covering up the bird cage, but aren't you cute? They're another option. We got these two cuties. Let's see. The topic, or like, okay, I don't want, like, this man is too manly for the front of there. This man and the two boys. It's a girly kind of cover. So we got to pick, they're so cute. Something that's sufficiently like lovebirds. So girly is okay with lovebirds. But like a man and two boys is not okay for the front of this, I don't think. These ladies, though, I mean, come on. They just fit. Do you think look at her little hat, the buckle. Oh, I like them too. Which do you like better, girls? Do tell. Should I do the couple or the girls? Let's just leave it to that. I won't even look through anymore. I've got two good options. And in the meantime, the ladies, you think the ladies? I do too, Diane. Diane says she loves the old people, and she's an old soul, and she loves all the things vintage. I do too. I love everything historical and vintage. I, in my mind, can get lost with the historical perspective of like, what was it like to live when they lived? I can't get them back in. They're too gnarly. Janet likes the girls too. Okay, these girls are gonna end up here. They are so stinking cute. I got that little bit of fabric behind them. If I put them up high, I can put a phrase down here. If I put them down low, a phrase up there. I'm going to put them down low because you just got to make a decision at some point. And then I have 3 more minutes, so let's get them on here. I started out with a whole bunch of scraps. We made a ton of bases. I didn't count them, but there's a lot of them. Hang tight, girls. I will count them. I got about 5 done, at least 5 done, didn't I? And then this one's almost done. I'm going to put them down low. No, then I lose the bird cage. It's okay. It's going to be okay, Grace. It's going to be okay. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Something will go here. Happy birthday, friend. Friends weekend. Girls get together. I don't know. You put whatever you want on it. So we got all these bases done. And those will be just kind of in the works, ready to be worked on. This one is mostly done. I'm just going to put this aside so I can show you since I'm finishing up. Make some room here. Come on, make some space, people. The girls want to see what we got done. All right, here's what we did. There's our little mascot again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love that one. And then this one I decorated on the inside. 6, 7 done. Now, I will say to you, just keep in mind, as we're creating, you may be thinking, oh, wow, you only got 6 cards done in an hour. It's because I'm talking and explaining and keeping up with you guys in the comments. When you're on your own and you're watching your Hallmark movies and you are making these, they're going to go by in a breeze. they're going to go by in a breeze compared to how much time it takes us to do it while we're trying to demonstrate live. So keep that in mind. A fun way to do some tired crafting. The event is happening throughout today. We have plenty of presenters still presenting. You are going to find the presenters, and next up, right after me, Nicole from Adorea Creations. You're going to go into either the Crafty Bunch or Paper, Bling, and all the things, the free groups. You can, of course, go straight to Nicole's page. But if you want to then catch everybody else and you don't know what the order is, go into one of those 2 free groups. Thank you to Roberta and Bev for hosting today's event, I guess is what you would call it, this paper crafting day in the Crafty Bunch. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. I do have a giveaway that I'm doing of another winter. It's a winter napkin giveaway. So I'm going to give you the link is in the description of this video. I'm also going to drop it into the comments if anybody wants to join my winter napkin giveaway. I just gave a set away, but I'm going to do another one. So I'm dropping that link in so you can join the giveaway. Diane says, I'm blessed to have a hardboard black and white photos of my husband and greats, both grandmothers and fathers. Copy them and added them to my husband's family photo album. Diane, what a blessing that is. What a blessing. Good for you. All right, girls, let's all go watch Nicole. I got to go vote too. So I got to step out and vote, but let's go watch Nicole. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day.